Hey guys, so before we get into this reading, I actually have a couple of things I need to correct with you. I gave you guys the wrong dates for when I'm gonna start my break or when is the last day that you can book with me. So I believe I told you guys the 1st would be the last day for you to be able to book with me, but the 1st of July will be the first day of my break. So if you want to book an emergency reading with me, the last day you have to book with me is the 29th. If you want a non-emergency emailed reading, oh my gosh. If you want a non-emergency emailed reading, the last day you can book with me will be the 27th, because that turnaround rate is 24 to 72 hours. But just a heads up, it's probably going to be closer to 72 hours because, since I made my last announcement of going on my break, I've gotten pretty booked. So just remember those dates if you want to try and get a reading with me before I go on my 2-month break. If you are trying to book a phone reading with me, the last day for you to book will be the 23rd. So that's coming up. Also, guys, when I do come back from my break, just a heads up, I am going to be increasing my prices just a little bit, nothing too drastic, to help me manage my workload. I've had my business. Are you okay? Wow, dude. Anyways, so I've had my business about 3-4 years before I started my YouTube channel. And now that I have my YouTube channel, I'm kind of finding it hard to have the extra time to do some of the things that I need to do for myself. So there will be a slight increase in prices to help me manage my workload. But that's all I think I have to tell you. If you've been supporting my channel, thank you guys so much. But let's now get into your reading. So for today's reading, we are going to be doing it on the topic of how is your presence felt? I have these 3 options for you to choose from. When you are ready, take a deep breath and pick either object 1, 2, or 3. If you need more time, you can pause the video. Timestamps will be available in the caption. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading for how is your presence felt? So we're just going to jump right into this. If this doesn't sound like your energy, feel free to try one of the other options. But for this group, I pulled the World, Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups, and Queen of Wands. So I feel like a lot of people look at this group as being very wise, very worldly. I'm also hearing that when people have an opportunity to engage with this group, often you guys are opening others up to new perspectives, or you're introducing new worlds to them. And this can be in the sense of introducing them to new styles or tastes or music. This group overall feels like you guys possess a lot of wisdom or a lot of skills. You could be considered very educated, very experienced, or I'm hearing your spiritual understanding of yourself is constantly expanding the perspectives of those around you. I feel like there's a lot of people who look up to this group, that admire this group. When you are in the presence of others, you guys give off this energy of confidence or accomplishment. I'm also hearing there's a lot of people who feel like you have been able to manifest a type of life that they wish that they had. This could be the reason why a lot of people look up to you. Maybe you are entrepreneurs, you work for yourself, or there is something about your lifestyle that people really desire. I'm also picking up on this energy here that there are a significant amount of you guys in this group that have gone through a pretty big transformation. The people who were around you, who saw what you went through or what you've overcome, there's either a lot of respect for you, or I am picking up on this energy of there being people around you who were hating on you, who were underestimating this group. And the fact that you have come as far as you have, I'm hearing that your presence leaves them in a state of confusion. There are also some of you here who are in the beginning stages of this transformation, and those around you who do embody that energy of being haters or not feeling very confident in themselves. The ones that are seeing you go through these beginning stages, and your determination and your focus and your presence, it triggers a lot of insecurity or confusion around what possibilities are ahead for you because of how you are channeling your energy. There is some insecurity or curiosity around how the future is going to expand for you because of this determination that they see you have. I feel like overall this group, whether you are currently going through a transformation or you've already been through one, your presence just gives off that energy of being very transformative. There is something about you guys when others are in your presence, it feels like your energy really causes them to question themselves and question what they want for their lives, if their lives are as fulfilling as they thought they were. I'm hearing that because this group lives so authentically and so unapologetically, your truth causes other people to reflect on their life. It causes them to reflect on whether or not they are in alignment with their own personal truth. I feel like this is why you guys either are getting these two type of reactions from people when they're in your presence, either this admiration, this respect, or this admiration can be twisted into something a little bit darker, hate, jealousy, or even animosity towards you. Being around you guys, it really triggers others to examine their own personal growth. The hate, though, I will say, does not feel like a dominant energy here. Overall, your presence has a very inspiring impact on those around you. It has a very motivating impact. I feel like the confidence that this group has, when others are around you, it rubs off on them. I'm also picking up on, because this group has such intense and powerful energy, or very confident energy, your presence can also be very intimidating to some. When others are in your presence, if they are not allowing their own shadows and insecurities to influence their experience with you, I feel like the majority of people who do get to have an exchange with you feel like your presence is a blessing. When you guys do have a falling out with someone, when you guys do walk away or end a connection with someone, even those people feel like they're taking a huge loss, they're missing out. You don't just move on from this group, okay? You don't just engage with this group and forget you. You guys are very memorable. You leave a very intense or lasting impact on those who you encounter. There's a lot of people who want to be connected to this group, and for those who lose their connection to this group, it's very seldom that these people walk away from you feeling all right with this. I feel like there's a lot of people, when their relationship with you ends, they feel very salty, they feel very bitter and angry about it. You guys may even notice a pattern with people that you have a falling out with. They could become very competitive with you. You may notice that they start overcompensating, or they may even try and run to team up with other people who they know aren't on good terms with you or don't like you, because they do not feel powerful enough to dominate this group or overpower this group on their own. Let's see what else is coming through. Knight of Wands reversed, Five of Swords reversed, Strength, and Eight of Cups. Yeah, with the Five of Swords being in reverse, this is confirmation to me that you guys, even though you do have your haters, there's more love here. There's more people who want to be your ally, your friend. There's a lot of people who do not think it's wise to go up against this group or to make an enemy out of you. I feel like people who do that, they're very immature, they're very insecure, they're very jealous. They have ego issues. With the presence of this Strength card, we get this repeated message of how powerful this group's energy feels. I don't even feel like you guys try to exert your power and dominance over others, or you don't try to dominate an environment. I feel like you just naturally have this very commanding presence. And for people who try really hard to embody this, they're usually the ones who have an issue with this group. But overall, I feel like with the Five of Swords being in reverse, I'm hearing this message of you guys being very disarming, being very charming, being very likable. I'm also hearing that this group, you're very physically attractive. I feel like with the Strength card and the presence of the Queen of Wands, there's a lot of people who find this group to be very physically attractive. And if you do not feel like you are conventionally attractive, your spirit, your personality, your authenticity, sometimes beauty does not have to be only a physical thing. It can be, you know, your overall energy. And I feel like the majority of you here, you're beautiful or handsome inside and out, but even if you don't feel that way, a lot of people still look at this group as being very attractive. I am hearing head turners. I'm hearing eye-catching as well. There's something about your presence that's very eye-catching. You may notice that, you know, people tend to stare at you a lot. There's something about this group's hair or your style, or you just have this aura about you that glows. You guys could have really great smiles as well. I am picking up on Leo energy here with the Strength card and the Queen of Wands, and I feel like Leos always have a really great smile. Even if you're not a Leo, I still feel like that is something that is very eye-catching about this group's presence. I feel like a part of the reason why this group is considered to be so attractive, it has more to do with the internal work that you guys have done, this level of maturity. This is a very attractive quality about this group. I am also picking up on this other energy coming through with this group. I feel like some people, when they're in your presence, they're very suspicious of this group. They feel like almost like you're too good to be true. There's some people that look at you like this person has so many good things going on. Some of this has to be like fraudulent. You guys may encounter people who may think that you're fake, or that you're hiding something, or that you're, you know, sneaky about something. But I feel like when people actually get to know you and they spend more time with you, that is more of like a first impression. That energy kind of goes away. I feel like people realize that you're actually very, like I said, authentic and genuine, dependable and trustworthy. I did pull some signs for this group when it comes to your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Mars, so we can just get confirmation that these messages were meant for you. If these signs do not resonate with you, I'm also going to be describing some of the energies that are associated with these signs. But for this group, I pulled Taurus, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, and Aquarius or Capricorn. Additional energies that are coming through with these cards that may relate to how your presence is felt. I feel like you guys definitely have very stable and grounding energy. I feel like the confidence that you have within yourself puts those around you at ease. I'm hearing again that you guys have a really great aesthetic. This is something that people take note of when they're in your presence. I also feel like people feel as though you guys are so sure of yourself, you're so confident in yourself. They get this vibe off of you when they're in your presence that you're no nonsense, that you will not tolerate foolishness. You are not afraid to walk away from bullshitters, liars, manipulators. You're just not willing to disrespect yourself in order to be included or accepted. I'm also picking up on there's a lot of you here who may have kind of like this dreamy or ethereal type of energy that people really feel off of you when they're in your presence. You guys could just be very artistic as well. I'm also hearing big, beautiful eyes, especially if you guys are Pisces. I feel like Pisces always have these big, beautiful, dreamy eyes. I'm picking up on that people can tell when they are in your presence that you are a very generous person. You're very thoughtful. You're very supportive and helpful. I'm hearing that they can tell, that people can tell that you're very meticulous when they're in your presence, probably because of the way you present yourself or, you know, the way you work. I'm also hearing that people can tell that you have very high standards, or you just give off that vibe that you do. Okay, group one, that is all I am seeing for you guys when it comes to how is your presence felt. Let me know if this video resonates with you. If it does, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to see more readings like this in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm now going to move on to group two. Bye. Hey group two, welcome to your reading for how is your presence felt. If this does not sound like you or feel like your energy at all when I am explaining your spread, feel free to try one of the other options. But let's take a look at what's coming through for you guys. So for this group, I pulled 10 of Swords, Page of Swords reverse, 7 of Wands, 10 of Wands, 5 of Wands, and 2 of Cups. So, group 2. Do you guys tend to get a lot of stalkers? Because I feel like I'm getting this message of people getting obsessive with this group. There's something about your energy that is very addictive. I'm also hearing that there are a lot of people when they are in your presence. I feel like this group tends to be misunderstood, your actions misinterpreted. This group can be kind of hard to read. I feel like you guys tend to keep to yourself. You do not have a lot of people around you who know you on a personal level. I'm hearing that you guys could be very introverted, or you guys may not be the type who is a talker. I feel like you guys aren't one who's really eager to get into the conversation or the mix. You're more of an observer. I feel like people would describe this group as being quiet or having silent power. There's something here about you that is intimidating because you're quiet or you don't say a lot. And it's not so much of an insecurity. It just feels like you don't want to be bothered. Like it feels like you just have other things you'd rather spend your time on. For people who know this group on a more personal level, who have a more accurate understanding of who you are, those people view you, or they feel like your presence is very inspiring. Those on the outside may look at you as being, cold or distant or uninterested, but those that are close to you see you as someone who's protective of their energy, who has strong boundaries, who is very smart with how they pick and choose to spend their time. You're very smart around how you pick and choose your battles. I feel like there's a lot of you here who, some people may look at you and feel like because you're not all up in the mix, they may misinterpret your quietness or the fact that you keep to yourself as weakness. But if they try you, they find out you are not the one to mess with. You are someone who will advocate for yourself and speak up if the situation calls for you to switch into that energy. I'm hearing if people come at this group thinking that you're someone who they can easily intimidate or push around or run over, they quickly realize that that's a big mistake to make with this group. I'm also picking up on, there could be some of you here where when people are in your presence, they may feel, very much triggered because they feel like you're the type of person who doesn't shy away from being like that one person in the room who holds that unpopular opinion. You will stand your ground. You will speak your truth, even if it is not something that is accepted by those that are around you. This group, I feel like your presence is one that is very brave and very courageous, very strong. I feel like you guys do not back down from a challenge. This strength that this group has a lot to do with why people tend to get obsessive with you. You guys may have a lot of people who might not actually view you in the most positive light, but I feel like those people are the ones who you didn't allow to treat you any way they wanted to. The people I feel like who have a negative opinion about this group are people who try to outsmart you, try to intimidate you, they try to bulldoze you, they underestimated you, or they don't like you because they couldn't manipulate you. There's another energy coming through that how quiet you guys are, or the fact that you mind your business or keep to yourself. It actually might be kind of scary to some people. Like they may feel intimidated by the fact that you're not so quick to share, how you feel, your opinions. People may notice that you guys kind of sit back and observe the energy in people, and that can feel, a little intimidating. But for those that are close to this group, that care about you, love you, I feel like you guys are so protective of your energy. The people who do get close to you, they feel like it's a real privilege. The strength that this group has, those who are close to you, it inspires them to keep fighting. It inspires them not to settle. It inspires them not to let others treat them any way that they want to. Your energy, your presence inspires them to stand up for themselves. This group's courage and determination inspires those around you to confront their fears, confront their insecurities. I also feel like there's a great amount of love and respect that people have for this group who are close to you, because I feel like you're not the type of friend who will sit back and watch someone do something that's harmful to them. If you speak up and you share your opinion or advice, I feel like for the most part, those who are close to you recognize this as your love language, that you really do care and you genuinely want the best for those who you consider to be close to you. I'm hearing this group has an intensity and purity when it comes to your love for others that only those who are accountable appreciate. I feel like when people are generally in this group's presence, what they may feel off of you initially is that you could have this hard exterior or hard outer shell, that you are someone who's hard to crack. But underneath all that is someone who's very compassionate, very empathetic and understanding. I also feel like with this group, what people can feel off of your presence, this group has a very high level of loyalty towards those that they are close to. You know, you're the type of person who, other people better not talk shit about who you care about behind their back or in your presence, because you will go to bat for them. You guys give off this very protective energy of those who you are close to and who you care about. This group's energy, I'm hearing warrior spirit, okay? So you guys could have a lot of Mars influence in your chart, your birth chart. But let's now take a look at the signs that are coming through with this group for either your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Mars. So for this group, I pulled Gemini, Libra, Leo, Scorpio, Aries, and Aquarius. Okay, group 2, that's all I am seeing for you guys. Let me know if this resonates with you. If it does, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you would like to see more readings like this in the future, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm now going to move on to group 3. Bye. Hey group 3, welcome to your reading for how has your presence felt. If this spread does not feel like your energy, feel free to try one of the other options. If none of these messages in this video resonate with you, you can check out my playlist for something more accurate or book a personal reading with me. That'll always be the most accurate way to get a reading. Alright, so let's see what's coming through with you guys. So for this group, I pulled 7 of Pentacles, the Fool, Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups, Ace of Swords, 9 of Swords, and Queen of Cups. How has group 3's presence felt? I'm hearing that people tend to quickly take to this group. You guys have probably had a lot of experiences with people. When you first meet them, they immediately start calling you family or saying things like they feel like they've known you all their life. With the presence of all these cup cards here, I feel like you guys are very compassionate. You are also probably very emotionally intelligent. And I feel like because people can sense this or feel this off of this group, you may find yourself in situations quite often where people you barely know are just telling you all their business. I feel like you guys are really good at reading people. You're really good at relating to people. You're really good at making others feel like being in your presence, they have a safe space to be themselves, to speak their truth. I'm picking up on heavy water sign or air sign energy with this group. The energy that you guys have, or what people feel when they are in your presence, is almost like this very free spirit. Your presence feels like you're very accepting of others, you're non-judgmental. There are definitely a lot of healers in this group, and you may notice that you attract a lot of wounded people. And I feel like a part of the reason why these people gravitate to you is they can feel on an intuitive level that having an exchange with you will help relieve some of the negativity or heaviness that they're carrying. I feel like you guys are really good at transmuting like bad vibes or heaviness, or you're really good at uplifting other people's spirit. It makes people crave to be in your presence. I feel like after people have spent some time with you, they immediately start looking forward to the next time they're going to get to exchange energy with you. I feel like you guys may notice that too. You get invited to a lot of places. A lot of people want to include you. I'm also picking up on a lot of creative energy coming out of these cards. I feel like people feel this off of you when they're in your presence. They can tell that you are a very creative spirit. This can even be given away based off the way you dress as well. When people are in your presence, they really feel like you guys in this group are free thinkers. When people are in your presence, they feel like you are very passionate. There's also something very calming about this group. You guys have this aura about you that is someone who is very patient, someone who is very attentive. When people are in your presence, I feel like they definitely feel seen, they feel heard, they feel acknowledged. I'm also picking up on this energy with this group, and I feel like this is more based on what setting people catch you. But for some of you, when people are in your presence, they feel like you are very focused, you're very driven. I'm also hearing creative genius. If people don't feel like you guys are super focused or driven, I am seeing another side to that where people may kind of view you as being somewhat aloof or kind of just floating around a bit. There's something unpredictable about your presence. There's something a little bit unpredictable about your energy. I'm also hearing that whether or not you guys outwardly show this or express it, I feel like people can feel that this group, you have very intense emotions. That part probably resonates more with those who have heavy water placement in their chart. But overall, this group gives off the vibe that you are very spiritual, or you could be very spiritually gifted, very loving, understanding, compassionate. I'm also hearing nurturing, or that you guys are very creative, very talented. I did pull some signs for you guys so we can get additional information that this is your reading, that these messages were meant for you. These signs can be either your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Mars, Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius, Mercury, so that's either Gemini or Virgo, Libra, and Sagittarius. Okay, group 3, that is all I am seeing for you guys. Let me know if this resonates with you. If it does, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to see more readings like this in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next reading. Bye.